Hey, everybody, this is Bryce. Here with Trevor. Say hello, man.
What's up?
What's up? And I'm also here with the infamous Mr. Brukakas. What's up, Mr. Bobby?
Hi. You still
I'm
say my name wrong.
Bobby G. So what's up, guys? How you been?
pretty good.
How's it been rolling? Trevor, is something big just happened in your life, bro? Other than
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's relatively unimportant to him.
It's not. It's not really important at all. I just graduated from high school, and that's all.
well, it's not. That's the part of it that's big, but the part of it that it's not.
We were
is
joking around. Jeez.
The part that is not a big deal is the actual high school of which you graduated from. That's the part that sucks. But the part that rocks is you're out of high school, you're out of prison, you're free to go. You have all this time to yourself before you start college in the fall. Because honestly, I would not start college in the summer.
That is until I go to college, and then I'll be in jail again. Woo!
Actually,
It'd be a lot more liberal jail.
then
Yeah, you can do whatever. You
like
have
high school is like confinement. You know, you're not allowed to go outside. College is like you're back in elementary with recess.
Not to mention, it's like 2 days a week.
I mean,
Yeah, 2 days a week sounds good to me.
2 days a week and like maybe an hour or two a day. So
Hour or two. I think it's more like 3 or 4 hours a day, but
well, dude, how long was the graduation? Did it?
I don't know. It was like an hour and a half. Took forever, and I didn't even have time to go home and get changed to go to the quote unquote all night senior party, which lasts until 3 a.m.
Dude, right? I bet I did.
well, it's not all night. Then,
It was ridiculous though, because you know, like how parties you just like run around and do whatever the crap, you know, just
Yeah.
drink soda or whatever, or beer in some parties' cases. Well, this time we actually went to a place called Hop to It, and it's a giant room full of bouncy houses and stuff.
So an entire class of seniors playing in a bouncy house.
Pretty much, like we're just like screwing around. And you know what's funny though? Like we had this one bounce house where it's just like it didn't have any roof or anything. It had like two cylindrical pillars of like rubbery stuff. And then you got these two big old bat things, and you just like stand on them and beat each other off with these big like blow up like rubbery bat things. It was fun.
Rubbery bat things.
Yeah, it's like playing joust or whatever. Yeah, well, anyway, I stayed there until like 3 a.m. Didn't get home till like 4. It's dumb though.
So was that the day that you slept until 2 or whatever?
Yeah, it was like I slept into like 1 o'clock p.m., which is like the first time I've ever done that.
Dude, I've done that quite a bit. It's kind of fun actually. You should try it more often.
And then you feel like you wasted like an entire day. You're just like sitting at like 2 a.m. or 2 p.m.
I stayed in the bed. I woke up today around 10, and then went back to bed around 1. Woke up around 6. And I'll tell you, when my mom heard, she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I was just fantasizing that I was in a coma. I was in heaven." It was nice, actually. You should try it sometime.
I don't really like it that much because it seems like you wasted the whole entire day.
Well, then you feel like a loser because you really haven't done anything, you know?
Yeah, and then
your mom's getting home. She's been to work since 8 to 8, and then you just feel like, what are you going to do? Because you can't go outside and do any yard work because you only have like 2 hours of that you could do. I mean, even if I started to mow my lawn, I probably could have only done half of it, so. Anyway.
Well, anyway, yeah, it's like you're sitting there at 2 o'clock, just sitting there on the couch staring at a wall, feeling like it's like 9 a.m. You're like, what am I going to do? It's already like freaking 3. Should we get to the first topic now?
What topic?
Mayhap.
The topic.
What topic?
I don't know, a topic.
A topic of what?
Computers, I guess.
What topic are we going to talk about?
Computers, I guess.
Oh, which computer?
The ones we're going to build, Dorcas.
Why?
Because it's a topic! Ah!
You like all my questions? Why?
It's like freaking Q20 in here. Knock it off.
220 what?
What, 20Q or Q20 or whatever it's called? 20
Okay.
questions.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the hell are you talking about, pal? Hey, did you guys ever buy that? Have you ever seen that? You know how, like...
I've played with it, yeah.
Dude, those things are freaking amazing, man.
I have
like,
one.
the first gen that came out. Dude, I love that, man.
I had this small little purple one that It's like, well, I don't know, but it's awesome. Man.
Of course, Trevor, of all people, has to buy a purple one.
Yeah, because, dude, I like my clear purple stuff, like my atomic purple Game Boy color.
I'm not worried about you at all.
Hey, at least it ain't pink. My sister
Dude,
got the pink one, and she's kind of upset about that.
when we were, I don't know what we were doing, but we were having a...
Like the pink one.
Hey, shut up, Bobby. I'm trying to talk. When we were having... Sorry, Bobby. And I apologize, man. How, Okay, that
Stop
was...
apologizing.
Anyway, we were having a family get-together down at this hospital where my uncle is the COO down in... I want to...
CEO.
COO, Chief Operations Officer. They're not all CEO. So yeah, they're different, man. Yeah, that threw me off too. So he is, yeah. So basically, he is the CEO, even though there is a guy above him. So okay, so he's like the second and most in charge guy, if that makes any sense. Okay.
Yeah, second in the end.
Anyway, we're having a family get together there outside the backyard of the hospital, and I think that was like my second or third day of having that thing, and I would just go from one family member to the next, betting them $5 that this thing could not win. You should have seen how much money I earned that day. I mean,
that thing would like just figure out everything you're thinking. That thing's like they'll just read your mind.
Yeah, dude, I hardly ever found a time when that thing didn't work. You know, they had to think of something that was so specific that you could argue that's unfair for that machine. You know what I mean? Like sometimes they'd think of something I don't know. It would be something like that machine could never guess. You know what I mean? Or they
Well, I got one that I probably wouldn't guess.
what?
Do we care?
Yeah, see something like that. You know what I mean? They pick something so oddball that you'd know for sure that it wouldn't guess. You know?
Something really, really just nasty.
Yeah, like a nipple. It's just, you know. I don't think it would guess that. Actually, it'd be interesting. We should get it and see if it guesses
Well,
it.
that
Oh,
depends. That depends on what kind of nipple, because there's like...
Yeah, like if you get the one for like the baby bottles, you know.
Like where there's actually more than one type of nipple.
Yep.
Nipple, the one that Trevor likes to suck on, or all men do.
Yeah. Pretty much. I hear lots of clicking in the background.
What?
What?
I think you're hearing things.
I'm sorry.
The heck was that? That was like echo crap right there.
Bobby's got a clicker.
Put your clicker away.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you a treat if you click that clicker. That was dumb.
That was a one, dude. I cannot come up with any funny jokes tonight for some reason. Every joke I do is just too sad.
Yep. This is sad.
It's not my day. I mean, it's been a good day, but it's just been kind of an off. I don't know. It hasn't even been like an off day. It's just been one of those days where I can't say anything funny. It's like, so,
You know, for being the last day of school for this year, I thought I'd be happier.
yeah, I know. I think you're gonna miss
happen
us,
Wednesday.
dude. I think it's gonna be. I think next year is just gonna be so horrible for you, and when it comes to like
Dude,
lunch,
my sister is now in high school, so I have to deal with her.
That and plus, what are you supposed to do without me and Bryce?
I know, I'm going to be all alone without you two.
no, I'm gonna have to come visit you more often.
You're supposed to bring us that pizza.
Yes, I'm next year.
Sure.
Yes. Well, you know what? Sometime you'll have to come over, Bobby.
I do. But...
Cause that'd be fun. Because like we need to do a stream once we get a capture device where like all three of us can be together. You know what I mean?
You know, and I'd like to stream games. I just don't know how much internet usage that would take up.
I don't think it would work that well with your little modem there that plays in.
It's not that... Well, I mean, yeah, that's true.
I don't know, man. When it comes to video, it's going to use up your limit pretty quick. So you guys need to get go with Cable One or something. And
Well, you can't get Cable One out there.
dude, get satellite, dude. I mean, get something other than what you have. Cause
It is that...
Get
It's
that crap
out
out of
now.
here.
What do you have? I thought you were going through like a little USB modem thing.
I am.
He's got like some USB wireless doohickey.
Yeah, I've got this USB wireless thing. It's a network. It's basically it connects me to it connects me to the wireless router that's out in the living room, so that my computer can get internet too.
Okay, so I mean, I thought you were going with like some through those like type of modems you can get for Verizon.
Wow, those are
Looking at
dumb. Those
you.
4G ones.
I thought that's something. I thought you had something like that.
No.
So I mean, you have satellite. So do you have a limit to your bandwidth then? Like
Yeah,
how,
25 gigs.
shoot, dude. I'm
25
getting so
gigs a
sick
month.
of that, man. We're to the point that like, I mean, 25 gigs seems like a lot, but
It's not.
it's not.
Especially when you have 4 or 5 users.
Yeah, and all of that combined, it wouldn't take very long to use it up.
We used to go over quite a bit, but ever since we got these little monitoring devices that monitor our usage,
Yeah,
then we've sort of cut back
because
because we
like
could see what we're using.
yeah, I totally agree with that. And honestly, it's like when it comes to audio, it's not going to be as much, but video as the number one thing that can.
Yeah, Skype takes about 60 kilobytes a second.
Jeez.
60?
Not much.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
60.
So at least we're not having video here. So
Yeah.
I just think it's dumb that companies put limits on crap like that.
Yeah,
Well,
right now,
they
actually,
only have so much bandwidth with their systems.
right now, I'm downloading 12.5 kilobytes a second,
That's
and
not much.
I'm uploading 11 kilobytes.
That
Huh.
seems. That doesn't seem like a lot. Is that like a decent amount, or is
That's
that
not very much.
No, it's not.
So if you're doing video, it'd be a little bit more. So it'd be probably quite a bit more actually, depending on the quality of video you read.
Well, just uploading YouTube videos is 500 megabytes.
Yeah, so that's not a lot at all. It would take you quite a while. You could talk on here for hours before you probably reach 25 gigs.
Yeah.
You could talk on here for days.
Before you'd reach 25 gigs too. And this is honestly, not honestly. What the hell's going on with my vocabulary tonight? Honestly, decent quality too for recording. You know, because like for not having studio professional microphones, we sound decent.
Except for me.
Trevor's piece of crap.
Yes, except for Trevor's.
My really crappy appliances, microphone, stupid RCA with the
That's
crap.
us. Yeah. I apologize. I mean that we apologize, listeners. If you want us to get something better,
Apologizing.
well, you know what? I think we need to apologize on this. But yeah, if you guys want us to get better microphones,
No, you guys are
Trevor.
really, really clear.
we're clear. Even
Yeah.
though I do want to eventually get a headset, built-in microphone, or a studio professional one. So I've got one here. It's like the microphone, but I don't have the cord that plugs into it. It's one of those that you'd use in a, what I'm trying to think, like in an auditorium, one of those.
Oh, yeah.
So I have a jack converter too that would put it down into like a normal 3/4 inch, whatever they call it, jack.
3 millimeter or something like that, or
Yeah, for the normal
3.5
headphone jack.
millimeter.
Yeah, the normal 3.5 millimeter headphone jack that you normally use. It's got the bigger one, so.
Yeah, it's got like five. No, that's not 5 1/4. 3.5, 5 1/4. What am I thinking about? Like computer drives?
Now, see, I'm thinking it's what it does is it's taking the ones that you would normally have on a head or mic
Yeah, I know what you mean.
into a headphone jack, but I don't know what the millimeter size is on it or whatever.
Yeah, I know
Mike-
that the little one's 3.5. I'm pretty sure.
Dude, I'm trying to remember the password for Netgear. I can't remember it. So I was gonna log into my account and then I could tell you which parts I'm getting. But basically, what the parts I'm getting is almost the exact same parts that Trevor's getting. I think the only difference is because he's getting an i5.
A what? What are we talking about now?
The computers.
Yeah, but you didn't really specify that.
Okay, me and Trevor are decided to build our own desktops. How much? What's your budget, Trevor? You can go first if you want. Basically, before he goes, some of my parts are basically the same. They're prone to change. I might change my motherboard just depending on what I'm going to go with. I'm thinking the motherboard will stay the same, but the video card or the iProcessor might change. Just because everything's still up in the air. My budget is $900 to $1,100. I think my parents are giving me $700, but I'm going to add some of my own money in it if I can. So, Trevor, you can go ahead. So
basically, my old e-machine, or no, compact computer from like 2006 died. It had like 1.7 gigahertz Sempron processor with an NVIDIA 6600, 256 megabytes, and a gig of RAM. And that was pretty much sucky, but it worked and it ran pretty much all the games that I wanted it to run pretty good.
this is your Dell desktop? Your
No,
Dell
this is not the
Aplex?
Dell. This is the e-machines that I had in the closet that you said looked better than the other ones.
Oh, okay. And that one died on you?
Yeah,
What happened there?
I plugged it in just a few days ago and died. So pretty
Oh.
much I'm going to need to get a new computer because it's dead.
I mean,
So,
dude, you still have several other computers if you want to talk about those, but
yeah, but
same.
that's not really the point here. But, yeah, and those are old anyway. I want to get something new, you know.
Yeah, well, that's all.
Those are all a Pentium 4 with AGP graphics, which is not even close to being modern. So,
Yeah.
so just a few days ago, I decided I was going to use most of my graduation money, presents, gifts, whatever, to invest in a new computer and make it somewhat educational too. I'm going to get Microsoft Word and all that crap just to make it so people aren't like, why'd you spend your money on computer game stuff? Yeah, screw that. Anyway, yeah, it's going to have a, let me get my dirty little spreadsheet up here because I got this all figured out.
I can't believe you did that, bro. I can't believe you actually went out and like wrote the budget out on Excel. I mean, you really excelled there, man. I am really impressed.
I excel at many things.
Excelling at Excel.
I excel at Excel.
Except for women, which you really haven't tried yet, so.
Pretty much. Anyway, so I'm going to get this...
Just kidding.
Yeah. Well, I haven't really asked anybody out anyway.
No, I know.
I've tried.
It's like,
but I tried.
well, you've actually tried. We'll have to talk about that later. It's like I'm 19. I could have had a girlfriend by now, but I really haven't been trying. I've been worrying about other things. You know what I mean? I've been worried about getting a job. I've been worrying about getting college stuff lined out. It's like, I'm not worried. I'm not one of those guys that wants to get married at 19 and have kids at 21. You know what I mean? Or have kids before I'm out of high school. I want to enjoy my life. I want to enjoy being single because there is perks of being single. So
my mom had me when she was 20.
So I don't know. That just seems really young. Because then, dude, once you have kids, it just ties you down in certain ways. That sucks once you're single.
Yeah, but there are certain people who their goal in life is to be parents. So
yeah, that's
I guess
true.
it all depends on what you want.
I mean, I eventually want to have kids, so I guess I'm not trying to judge those who do. I'm just saying that, like, eventually I do plan on having kids, but right now it's just not a priority. Because even if I did, I don't know how I'd pay for them. You know what I mean?
You don't even have a job.
Yeah, I don't even have a decent job. Like, I don't have a steady paycheck coming in to where I could do that. So, anyway, go ahead, man. Totally interrupted you there.
Yeah, hijacking the topic here.
So
anyway, I'm going to get, like, a Core i5 CPU, which is, like, 3.1 gigahertz. Quad core.
Intel?
Yeah, Intel Core i5, 3.1 gigahertz. And then some random micro ATX Asus motherboard, and 8 gigabytes of RAM, and a NVIDIA GeForce GTX 550 Ti, which is basically the best point with performance to price, I guess you would say.
Or how much you could spend? How much were you willing to spend on your video card? I mean, like, what's your budget? I think it'd help if you. That way they understand what you're getting and why you're getting it. You know what I mean?
Well, actually, I could get it I could actually just get whatever the heck I wanted to, depending on how long I wanted to save. But
yeah,
I'm just getting like a middle of the road computer, so it's going to overall just cost about $472. But I'm keeping the old compacts case, the power supply that's inside of it, and the hard drives that were inside of it.
Is that? Are you sure that power? What do you call those things again? My bad.
Power supply.
Yeah. Are you sure the power supply is going to be able to be good enough to run all
it's 600 watts.
No,
okay.
Yeah, no, it's actually 550. I checked it just today, but still, like the minimum.
Yeah, that's enough anyway.
The minimum wattage for this system I'm trying to build here would be about 400 watts, so I'm pretty good.
So, how much? I mean, how do you know how much wattage you require? Are you just adding up what?
Typically, it'd be the video card would say how much you would need for a minimum system wattage, but that also depends on their CPU. But CPUs usually like run around 100 to 200 watts, and then
so you're just adding up all that together to make sure it doesn't go over the limit.
Not really. I'm just going by the video card's minimum, because that's the thing that takes the most power.
Oh, so you're like, if I have a power supply that's powerful enough to run this video card, I'll be okay when it comes to the other stuff.
Well, when it says the minimum wattage, that doesn't mean that whole 400 watts is going to be taken up by that video card. Like, the video card's only going to take like 150 or 125 or something like that, and then the rest of the system, it compensates for that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I was just curious because, like, when I come to mine, I'm just wondering how much I'm going to need.
Yeah, it just all depends on, like, the hard...
5 to 600 is a norm, actually.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
if I
but if you're going like hardcore technology, you're gonna need more.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna go like $1,100, then yeah, you're gonna
Yeah,
want more
if
than
you're
that.
going
But
GTX 590 or 580 or 680 or 590 to 690,
so,
that's more.
so Trevor, how much do you think I'm gonna need though? Just with I have a little bit more powerful video card than yours. I don't think it's much more.
Well,
But,
which video card did you say that you're gonna get?
well, I'm trying to still log into my Newegg account because I had it all like in the shopping bag, but
I'm
I'm
pretty sure
trying
you
to.
wanted the GeForce 570.
I'm still looking at it though because honestly, it's like, I mean, you see video cards up to $400, then you see video cards in the $200 range, and then you see ones in the $100 range. It's like, you know, I mean, I was looking at Best Buy. I saw one like for 150, and then I was looking at one for 250. It's like, is that 150 just because it's necessarily cheaper, a lot worse than the one at 250?
Pretty
You know what I mean?
much.
Or
Like,
is it just at the brand?
it's not
That's
really the brand. Like,
it's just
say NVIDIA and ATI, which is AMD or ATI or whatever, they have similarly performance-wise cards with similar prices. So basically, the more you pay for it, the more powerful it's going to be.
yeah.
But so far from what I've researched, the video card which you would get the most bang for your buck is the one I'm going to get, which is the GTX 550 Ti, which is $130 as of this moment. And if you run it in low resolutions, like basically what your monitor would do, maybe like 1080 by 1024. Is that right, Bobby?
sorry, what?
1080 by 1024.
Bobby just daydreams. He just kind of
1280 by 1024. Yeah, that's what I usually run my
Yeah,
games at.
that's sort of like the normal monitor resolution of today. You'd pretty much play Battlefield 3 on ultra settings with that resolution, but you'd have to turn it down to go 1080p or anything like that. So
yeah.
it's sort of the middle of the road, but it's good. I'm gonna get it.
Well, see, the one I'm getting, I think will be good enough, don't you? Hold on, I'm trying to as soon as I can get in my account here.
I'm pretty sure you're going with I'm pretty sure that you chose the GeForce GTX 570, which costs $300, right?
Yeah, something. It's close enough. I think it was like 260 or something like that. See, I was thinking more.
Yeah, so basically what you want to get is some more like a 600 watt power supply, because the minimum system power requirement for this would be about 550.
Okay,
It's
so
always good to go a little bit over.
just to be safe, then sorry.
Yeah, you don't. Well, if you don't want to burn out a power supply, because if you burn out a power supply by overloading it, then not only could it burn out the power supply, but it could also take
Burn out
out
everyone.
other. It can take out other components on the motherboard and video card and hard drives and everything else if you want to.
Well, this sucks. Everything I had in my cart is gone. That really, really sucks.
Well, I think it dumps the card once in a while.
Oh
But
man, that.
I still think I have the link for that motherboard I sent you. That's like about $104.
Yeah. See, well. Oh man, that sucks because I don't even remember what the name of the video card I wanted. What'd you say it was? A GeForce
GeForce GTX 570.
GTX 570. Yeah, and then I think you showed me a different one. Then I saw the 570, and then I
Yeah.
sent it to you, and you said, "Oh, that might be a little bit better," but at first you didn't think it was.
It would be better. It would be better, but wait, are you talking about the ATI card that you're talking about?
No, you showed me a different one before that.
I showed. Well, like I think I showed you the GeForce 666 or 560 Ti, which is sort of like in the between what I'm getting in the 570. But then you found this 570, and that's actually really much better, but not by much. But
Yeah. Okay, well, dude, there's two here. Hold on a second. There's a EVGA GeForce GTX 570. Is that what it was? HD. Or
that
maybe I'll send you
depends.
the link.
That depends. But like
What was the company? Do you remember?
I don't really remember the company, but they're pretty much all the same, except for like it's the same product, except sometimes they're clocked differently, which means some of them might be overclocked, some of them might be underclocked,
Yeah.
all that sort of thing.
Just like there's a Gigabyte one here that's running a core clock at 780, and then there's an Asus that's 320 that's only running at 742. So you just wonder, it's like, why would I not get that one?
So what I did when I was picking my manufacturer for my video card, which turned out to be Gigabyte, is the most overclocked one for the cheapest price, which turned out to be $300 or $130, and it runs about 70 megahertz over clock speed, which I could probably overclock it more if I wanted to, but I think I'm going to leave it there.
Hey, dude, how how do you tell if it's overclocked? Does it actually say it on the product
Well,
website or the? I
if you
mean,
go to NVIDIA's website, they'll tell you the base clock speeds for the reference card, which is basically their design.
yeah.
But the other manufacturers sort of modify those designs just a tiny bit. But it shows you the
Yeah.
base clock, and you can compare it from there.
Oh, well, man, it's just hard. There are so many different video cards you can pick from, dude. I mean, there's one right here for 330. It's an EVGA GeForce GTX 570. I mean, there's just so many different ones you could pick from. You know, how do you know which one's the best one?
Yeah, well, it's not video cards that are a problem with me because they're actually pretty easily numbered. But my problem was trying to pick a motherboard that was pretty cheap but still had the features that I wanted.
Yeah, and so you wanted to get the cheapest motherboard you could, but the one that would be most compatible for the amount of money you're willing to spend on one. No, I
Yeah,
get what you mean, definitely by that. So yeah, I mean, basically, I planned on almost getting the exact same motherboard you got, the exact same processor. I might step up to an i7 or search my options in AMD. I want to make sure I do the research before I actually buy the computer and build it, buy all the parts, because I plan on putting a lot of money into this and I want it to last me a decent amount of time.
yeah, but
So
like if you got the Sandy Bridge sort of thing here, which is like the core i5, i3, i7 CPUs and stuff,
yeah,
all that kind of motherboards, those will last a while because those are still pretty dang new.
yeah. Well, even in 2 years or like 3 or 4 years, they'd still be decent computers. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you sort of
So
want it to last because there's people that just go out and buy the first $300 computer that they see from like HP or Dell. And I'm like, well,
why would you do that?
then they think it's all awesome. They bring it home and try to play a game on it. Then they complain about it like, well, you have to pay like $1,000 to get a decent computer. Well,
No, you don't.
yeah, look at Bobby's. How much did you spend on yours, Bobby?
270.
He spent $270 and he got like a quad core AMD processor, like
Those
uh,
are a dime a dozen.
two
Just
gigabytes of RAM, a
no,
GeForce 9800 GT, which runs pretty decently nowadays.
honestly, it's like I don't hate AMD. Actually that's what I have in my computer. So I really probably shouldn't talk shit about it. But I didn't really choose to have it in my computer. But I am decently impressed with AMD. It's just I've never actually had an actual Intel processor. But if I was had a budget and I had to fit in with it, it's easier to buy an
Well, see,
AMD processor that's cheap.
AMDs are a little cheaper for, you
So
know.
yeah, if you're wanting to build a computer and you have a really small budget, you know, it's under $400 and you want to get decent power. When it comes to being budget minded, AMD is almost the best option. I mean, you're still getting a decent processor for the amount of money you're willing to spend. So I
Yeah,
have nothing against each. Like I am not against. It's not like I'm an
Intels
Intel
are
fanboy.
higher.
So.
Intels are higher end, but they are more pricey.
they are higher end. They are more overclockable for one, and they just do overall better performance. But
They're overall more durable, though, aren't they? I mean, when it comes down to it. I mean, unless you don't plan on overclocking your AMD, I wouldn't worry about it. But if you are, I'd go with an Intel.
I don't know about durability. Durability just depends on how you run it. Like if you're running
Yeah.
it really hot or what,
Yeah. So.
or if it's just a defective chip or something.
See, my uncle, he was looking at processors for his computer, and he was looking at AMD, and it's like some 6-core processor, and it's got like it was like a
Yeah, I've
3
heard about
point
that actually.
it was like a 3.33 gigahertz, but it said it was overclockable to like 4.2.
Are you talking about the 8-core processor?
No, it was 6.
Because AMD recently, apparently, to these videos that I watch about computer stuff, they released an 8-core processor. Apparently, it's not as good as the i7 4-core processor.
Hey, hold on. It's not as good, or it's...
It's not as good.
So that's sad, dude, that they could release an 8-core processor. I mean, someone who's not as computer savvy as you two would hear, oh, i7 is only a quad-core, but yet AMD released a 8-core. So they're automatically going to think, just because it's an 8-core, it's going to perform better. Yet it all depends on what setup you have.
Or they're going to look at all the numbers. It's like, what all the number mean? because my mom didn't know the
But
difference.
you know all the numbers with the gigahertz and stuff. That doesn't really mean nothing. What you want to look at when you choose stuff is benchmarks, because that's when they actually put the processors and video cards to the test instead of just taking
See
the
how
raw
fast.
numbers. See how it actually performs in real life applications.
Yeah, and to make sense of that, it's like taking a car out on a racetrack and seeing how good you can get it to perform.
Yeah,
How
it's
fast
it's like getting a Porsche, but then like you're driving it out of the lot, and then it just like breaks down on you.
Yeah. So, hey, Trevor, just a question. The one I was planning on getting, was it 2 gigs of memory on the video card, or was it actually just 1 gig?
Is there both?
Yeah, there's actually a GTX 570 right here, Fermi, made by EVGA that has 2 gigs, running at 320 bits for $330. So.
I don't think it really matters at this point, because you know if you got like a gig of RAM on your card, it's still going to run everything pretty smoothly.
So have you heard anything bad about EVGA, or just I've never actually heard of that company?
Actually, EVGA is one of the higher end video card manufacturers.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, could I ask you something? How do you know all this? Is there those videos that you're talking about watching? Is that like a podcast series, a video?
It's like a just videos about benchmarking computers and stuff.
Okay. Where are you watching that? Is it watching on YouTube? I mean,
Yeah, it's just YouTube. You just look stuff up on YouTube, like benchmarking stuff. You just gotta look stuff up.
I think I'm just gonna definitely look into that because I want to do some research about this kind of stuff. Because when it comes to computers, I know more about the software than I do hardware. So, like, I want to be able to look. Oh, okay. Well, that one's running at what 333 megahertz. I want to know if that's a decent amount of, you know what I mean? Like this one right now is core clocked at 732 megahertz. Is that good? You know what I mean? I want to know. I want to be able to look at these video cards and see which ones are the best here.
Actually, that is the stock graphics core clock, so that's pretty much the same as the regular card. You can probably go higher with it if you want to.
Yeah. Well, what's the difference between a core clock and a shader clock? Is it really?
Yeah, that's basically with video cards. You got like the core clock, which does all the geometry, and then you got the shaders on inside of it, which you have pretty much a crap ton of shaders inside of a video card, and that does all the pixel shading part of the graphics drawing process. So those are sort of two different things. You can sort of adjust them separately, I do believe.
So, dude, I wonder. I don't think it'd make a difference. I'm not going to make a big deal about this video card only having one HDMI slot because honestly, AVI or the DVI slot is just as good as HDMI. I mean,
I'm pretty sure that it comes with a, you could get a DVI to HDMI connector if you wanted to. So.
Yeah, if you're going to make a big difference about it. I mean, did you see that card that I actually included the link to?
Yeah, I just clicked on it.
Does that look any similar to the one I was willing to get? I think the one I was looking at, though, with you was a 1 gig. This one's a 2 gig. So.
I don't think it really matters that much. It all depends on the personal preference, because since this is sort of like a... Well,
since I'm going to have 8 gigs of RAM, it's probably not going to make much of a difference.
Well, actually, video RAM is quite different from regular system RAM.
Yeah.
It's really quite different.
Why would I not get 2 gigs then? Why would it not matter?
Well, nowadays, like, games maxed out would probably just use 1 gig or so, but, you know...
Oh, okay.
I'm running Skyrim with a 512 card.
See, like, my integrated graphics, it's an ATI 2100 Radeon video card, and I think it's got 800 megs of memory in it right now.
If it's integrated, it's not really a card. It's just it's like mounted onto the motherboard.
So, yeah, it's built in, but that's... Well, dude, if you went out and bought the card and it not being integrated, so I think... Yeah, well, that's the name of it, man. That's...
Yeah. But,
yeah, but integrated is always worse than separate card.
Yeah, it's always...
Well, it's because it's having to share memory with the actual RAM, right?
Overall, there's, like, the integrated GPUs on the motherboard. Those are just slow anyway. But you know what's interesting about this Sandy Bridge sort of motherboard, Intel Core i3, i5, i7 sort of combination? The integrated graphics are actually built onto the processor, along with the processor itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've seen AMDs that are like that.
Yeah. AMDs are like what? Okay,
I've seen AMDs that are like the actual system processor is a combination of the video
memory and
CPU.
Well, it has no memory built into it.
It's a CPU.
Okay, wait, the processor is the CPU, isn't it?
Yeah.
So why are you guys... What's the GPU? That's the graph. Okay.
That's the
graphics
is
processor.
the video card technically. technically.
That's the graphics processing unit, not the video card. It's the little chip on the video card that does the graphics processing.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's just when I think of GPU, I think of the video card, and when you guys talk about, oh, I'm getting a Intel i5 processor, well, that's the same as the CPU. So
Yeah.
it's just like a different name for it. But the actual name is the CPU. So
Yeah, central processing unit.
So like the ones when they're like mixed together, that's called what, an APU, right?
I don't know what it's called, but
what would the A stand for?
I'm pretty sure
Accelerated
that
processing unit.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, anyway, I'm pretty sure that the Intel came out with that sort of technology first, but
I don't think I'd want that.
I seen the APUs a long time ago when I was trying to first getting my computer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that wasn't too long ago actually, though, because these Sandy Bridge CPUs, which had the North Bridge and the video card or video GPU integrated onto the CPU, that's been out since like 2010, 2009, somewhere around there.
Mm.
So, dude, what would be the point of an APU? Would it just be like for budget?
Well,
people
apparently
who's gonna build a desktop, or
apparently the combination makes it so that the communication between the CPU and the GPU is a lot smoother. But
so it acts like in a more efficient way, so you can communicate fast.
yeah, but you'd still be sharing onboard RAM. So
that's the only thing I don't like
just
about that. Unless you had a decent amount of RAM, it's almost like still having integrated graphics. So
yeah, and people are going around like just saying like, oh, Sandy Bridge and Ivy Bridge. It's gonna be like everybody's gonna have their GPUs integrated on their CPU, and it's gonna be hunky-dory, no more dedicated video cards. I don't think so, because if you have a GPU and a CPU put together, do you know how much heat that's gonna create? They're gonna have a thermal ceiling there. You can't cool that off. It's all into one little bundled chip. You can't just stick like a whole NVIDIA GTX 690 in there and call it good.
Well, see what I'm gonna do when it comes to keeping track of the parts I may want. I'm just gonna open up a notepad and then include the links and the name of the video cards and how much. Kind of like what you did with Excel.
You're not gonna Excel, Bryce? You're not gonna Excel?
No, I don't want to Excel.
I don't think he has Excel.
I'm not an overachiever. So, no, I might actually get Excel open. My pirated copy of Microsoft Word open. Dude, I was actually having an argument about.
Yeah, I seen that.
And yeah, a couple of my friends. There was actually two different conversations, okay? Because there's one of his actual status update, and I don't know if he listens to this, but there's one on my status update. So you'd have to go to two different profiles to read the whole conversation, because there's two separate conversations going on Facebook. And one thing about it that just pissed me off is like we're arguing about Microsoft Word and how, if you couldn't afford it, then the alternative version is to go with like a freeware called Open Office. And I was saying, dude, Open Office is nothing compared to Microsoft Word. He's like, well, it's just as good. I'm like, no, it isn't, dude.
It's not as good, but it's free. That's the point.
Well, it's free. But he's just trying to say, well, what he was trying to say basically is that freeware is just as good as something you can pay. And I'm like, no, it isn't, bro.
Well, it depends on which program you're talking about.
Yeah,
truly. But no, I'm just saying it's like, dude, you can't compare Microsoft Word with Open Office. For it being free, it's pretty decent.
I've actually heard a lot about Open Office.
It's actually... The only thing I didn't like about it is just I was running it on an older computer, so it was just running slow. So that was my fault. It probably wasn't actual Open Office developers, but it's actually a decent program. But if I had the choice, I'd still go with Microsoft Word.
Of course.
Just because, yeah. So that's just what I actually grew up with. So,
Or you could just go with Lotus 123, which is about like the DOS version of Microsoft Excel.
Jeez. Or you could just go with Notepad. Just kidding. Do you guys ever use Notepad that often? I mean, do you get...
Well, when I take some notes, I do.
Well, I mean, that's the actual name of the program.
But Notepad,
you don't want to have to deal with the actual...
Hey, you know what?
Full-on essay. Notepad can be pretty handy. You know what I mean?
I wrote an essay in WordPad.
Oh, really?
And, yeah. And I also, I can code websites in just Notepad.
I heard that's what a lot of people use to actually code websites, isn't it?
There's Notepad++ at our school, but...
Actually, no, we used Microsoft Expression Web Loader.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, now this year, but before that it was Notepad++. And Web Design 1 still uses that because they want you to learn the code.
Yeah, I forgot the code.
Well, dude, I know
Yeah.
we're all over the place here, but let's go back to the piracy. What are you guys when it comes to that? What is your opinion when it comes to piracy? I'm just interested. I mean, Bobby, let's start with you. As you read that conversation, what did you think of it? What was your outcoming opinion when it comes to that? You know what I mean?
Well, see, the thing is I kind of agree with both of you, and obviously piracy is wrong. It's illegal, it's stealing, it's denying people, however rich they may be, the money they deserve. But, you know,
Even though I think they're overcharging for their products, and when I say that,
well, not necessarily, but
Well, when you say overcharging, that's not you can't justify pirating by overcharging. If they're overcharging,
I'm not trying to
don't
justify
buy
it. I'm just saying that's he was calling me a thief, and I'm saying, well, a company that overcharges for their products is
Is
a
not a
thief.
thief because they made the product and
that's their right. They can charge whatever they darn well feel like it.
they can
Yeah,
charge
but they
$1,000
should
for
charge
a
customers.
rock if they
If they
want
want
to.
more customers, they should charge a cheaper price.
Well, that's their decision, not really.
That's their decision, right? You
I
don't
know they
have
don't
to
have-
buy their product.
Well, I understand that, but if they want people to buy their products, they should.
Millions of people already do buy.
They do.
Well, and it's not like they have much of a choice. There's not a lot of other companies that are
That's not
Linux.
their problem now, is it, though?
what isn't. Doesn't make it right. It does not make it right.
What about Linux? Millions of people use Linux, and that's a free operating system.
Yeah, but you don't see a lot of people using that as much as they do Windows 7 and.
Of course, that's because people want to pay to get the premium experience, I guess you would say.
Yeah. Well, no, what it comes down to, it's like, the only way that, I don't know if I was trying to justify it, but what I was trying to point out is say, hey, I used to do it a lot. I haven't done it for months now. But what I used to do is, like, I would download a program, such as Maxon, Cinema 4D. I would download that, pirate it, just so I could use it to see if I liked it. And yes, I know there's trials out there, but I'm not going to stick myself to 30 days to try a product. I want to thoroughly use it. And I want to see if it's something that I would use every day before I go spend $10,000 to $700 on that particular program. Because that program is expensive. And unless I had the money, if I did have the money, I'd go buy it, is what I'm saying, okay? But I'd usually download, like John Mayer's new album. I would go download that, see if I liked it, and if I liked it, I'd go buy it. So technically, there's an argument that piracy, as long as people are willing to go buy something they like, you know.
See, and I still think that's kind of weird.
As
But
far as
that's
legality
it.
goes, I've heard that if you illegally
disagree.
download something, you only get 24 hours before you can't have to delete it if you want to try it.
See, and I think
now,
what I'm saying is like, I'll go download a program, and if I like it, then I'll go buy a legitimate. Because when
Now-
you buy something, and if it comes with a trial, 30-day trial is quite a bit of time. So you could argue that kind of just shuts my.
the only time that I think that downloading illegally or not, or whatever, would be
If it's completely a ban.
would be okay. The only time that I think would be okay is if, for instance, I wanted to get the Kingdom Hearts remixed versions of Sanctuary and Simple and Clean, but they do not sell those songs anywhere. They've only sold them once as a bonus song that's years and years old. So it is impossible to get anywhere else. And so I had to do it.
You had to. No, you did not have to do it, but you did it. So
Well, if
Well,
it's
the
complete,
only-
do not try to pull it off that you had to do it, man. I'm just saying, because nobody has to do it.
Well, there was no other way. I would have paid for it if I wanted it, but there was no way to get it.
so there's some instances where like a company shuts down, but their product is still out there, but you can't buy it because they've shut down. You know, how else are you gonna get it?
Yeah, and that's the same thing. Was like my dad wanted me to see if I could find Motherload. Okay, it's a movie. Let me hold on real quick. Let me find out. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that. Okay, let me go see if I can find out when it was released. Okay, Mother Lodge. I wasn't looking that up. Jeez.
Other lodge.
I think Google Instant Search, how it finishes your sentence, has been more annoying. Just like autocorrect has done more to like mess you up than actually help you. I hate it.
It
Yeah.
feels like it, but it saved me more than just
Except
the more.
typing in American independence and it typed in Asian ass porn. I hated that. Anyway, okay, so Motherload came out 1982, and I'll include the link into this if you want to check it out. Only has a 5.7 rating, but my dad loves the movie. It's like, hey, go to Hastings, see if you can find it, and if you can, buy it. Okay. This came out in 1982, so it's probably going to be on VHS. And somebody's, unless the people that made it went out and re-released it on DVD, because you see that a lot with like all these old Disney movies. Like you probably could go buy Bambi on DVD, even though I personally have it on VHS. Okay.
VHS is best. No, actually, no, it's not. Laserdisc is
I
awesome.
still love VHS. Actually, I only have one working VHS left. Actually, I have two. Okay, I have a built-in combo TV. You remember when those came out?
Yeah,
I have one.
I have one.
I love it, dude. It's the best TV. Like when we bought it, we only used it for like we didn't use, it's like we bought it brand new. It's like it's in new condition. It's just an old technology, so we didn't use it that much, until because like when we bought it, it's like that's when we used to go on a lot of family trips in our van, which our van now is just to the point it's going to die. But now it's like when we bought it, my sister was already going to college, so that we just didn't use it that much. We had no reason to use it, so. But no, it's an awesome TV. The picture on it is clear, so there's no reason to get rid of it.
Yeah.
But no, so I went to Hastings, looked around, didn't find it. I ended up just pirating it, okay? Now, we've already paid for the original version. We've already gone out. Like, when it came out, my dad went out and bought it, okay? Yes, he was alive before 1982. I hope so, or else he'd be really young. So we've already bought it, but we lost the copy. So I didn't really feel that bad about downloading it because I looked everywhere for it. It's a rare movie. I couldn't find it, okay? Maybe you have a Hastings or
eBay.
Where you're at that you could find it, but I don't think Walmart sells old movies like that. So I didn't look on eBay. I just went ahead and downloaded it. I felt bad, but if I would have found it, considering that we've already bought it, that didn't really make me feel bad. It's like as if I just went out and just got another copy of it. You know what I mean? So, but
I guess so.
Dude, Bobby, well, I didn't really feel bad about downloading it because I couldn't find it. So it's kind of the same story or the same instance that happened to Bobby. He's like, man, I really want this. If I could find it, I'd pay for it, But yet he couldn't, so he wouldn't download it. He had to download it if he wanted that content. So
What I actually ended up doing is using the Mozilla Firefox add-on YouTube downloader, and I downloaded the YouTube video that they had as an MP3 file, so it was just sound.
Oh, so you could actually see. I actually have a converter that I did not pay for that you can convert audio to video. But
well, use Real
most
Player.
Video to audio. So
hey, do you use Format Factory?
No, I use a. Here, let me find it real quick. Sorry, I don't really remember the name of the app, but it is called Exilsoft. Is what I use. I also have a video converter called Magic Video Converter. I love it. I'm actually thinking about paying for the full version, so.
You should use Format Factory. It's awesome.
Hey, well, you should. Is it on cnetdownload.com?
Yeah, it's free. Just look it up and download it. But you know what's awesome about that? You can actually rip your DVDs into video files that you can watch it on your mobile devices.
Oh, that's cool.
Which you can't really do otherwise. And then they have this stupid digital copy bull crap, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Like they got you by the balls there. They make you download this little app crap thing, and they're like, hey, you got to use this to download it. It's got to stay in your little taskbar down there. It's got to bug the heck out of you every time you turn your computer on. Screw that. I'm ripping it from my DVD.
Well, and also, you know what I mean? I'm not against freeware. I love freeware. Some of the best programs I've got has been for free, but...
Why wouldn't you like freeware?
No, I said I do.
I know. That's what I was saying. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? It's free. So it's just if I had the money to pay for the actual premium version, I would. How even though you get programs, you get the free version of antivirus, but yet they have the paid premium version you can buy. It's just...
That's not freeware. That's just a trial. Freeware stuff, that's actually 100% free.
Well, actually, technically, it's free because the freeware version of Avira does not have a expiration date. You can keep it as long as you do it. You can keep it as long as you have it. It's just it doesn't come with all the features of the premium program.
That's still classified as a trial, though, because...
Well,
Yeah,
it's
freeware is like
expires after a certain amount of time. This doesn't expire, so how's that?
No, see, that's different, though, because there are two different types of trials. You've got trials that
limited
expire
trials
at
and
a certain...
unlimited trials, but then there's freeware, which is
Trevor,
100%
you're etching out. You're etching out, man.
Oh, brother. Anyway, am I better?
Yeah.
You have trials that take time and they expire, or there's trials that just don't give you everything. You can use it as long as you give you
features that it gives you. Okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that.
Freeware is
I
100%
think
everything unlocked free.
It's just as
Right.
if a freelance developer went out and made it,
Yeah.
and it is
They're like,
good.
give this program awesomeness to the world for free, whatever.
Yeah. The only thing about freeware is it's not always as good. There's some pretty damn good freeware out there, but it's not always the same experience as if you would get if you could pay for their premium version.
Yeah, of course.
So, and that's all I'm saying. So
That depends.
depends on what software you're talking about, and yeah, I was gonna point that out too.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
Go
I
ahead.
think the things that I have freeware that I use most often is Notepad++, which is for website editing, and I have Camcorder, this
Oh, I love
Camcorder program or whatever, and Cam Studios, I think it's what it's called.
What's that? Is that like an
Cam
update?
Studio Recorder. What it is it's it allows you to capture video from your desktop.
Oh, camcorder. Oh, dude, I gotta write that down right now. I need a software for that.
It's
You can actually do that
Cam
with XSplit.
Camcorder. Okay.
Cam Studio.
Cam Studio. Thanks, bro. Because dude, exploit when I run it, it slows down my computer to the point that I can't do anything.
This one's a relatively small, kind of simple program.
I guess it's resource heavy, so
You can use it. You can use it to capture stuff off your desktop. You can use it to capture sound from either a microphone or from your computer.
that's cool.
So that's what you used when you did your
Yeah, when I made my tech banner tutorial, that's what I used.
Well, hey, bro, what program were you using there? Was that actual Photoshop?
Yeah, it was Photoshop 7 Elements.
So how much is... See, like, I have Adobe Premiere. I like Adobe, but it's just really... It's really laggy, especially if you have an older computer. And I thought my computer would be fast enough. I just need to check the requirements here. I actually have Adobe Premiere Elements 9. I think it can install it up to like 4 different computers or something. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know. I have the Mac edition of it, which like when I bought it, it comes with the edition that you can install on Windows and the edition you can install on Macs. But I don't have a Mac, so it's kind of pointless. But if any of you guys want it, let me know. Just you two, Bobby and Trevor, nobody else.
No.
But I have Adobe Premiere Elements number 9. It comes with the trial for Photoshop, and I was thinking about buying Photoshop. I think it'd be fun to have it, but they've already
It's
released.
pricey though.
I know, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, I spent $100 on this just to get it. So 2.5 gigs. Wow.
That's the one that that's the link that you posted.
Okay. Well, I was thinking about getting that one, but it's kind of expensive. They have a refurbished version of the same one, but
Don't
I'm
get
not buying
refurbished.
refurbished. I'm not gonna, dude. I have had so many problems buying. I bought a refurbished Xbox and hacked it, and then it died. I bought a refurbished laptop. It died. So I'm not gonna buy a refurbished. I want a brand. I'm just gonna go all out and go brand new, because it's like when it comes to technology, it's worth it if you can afford to invest that little extra money. Because it's like I went out and bought an iPod, and when I could have went out and bought Zune. So when I bought this, what I'm saying is if I could go back when I bought the first gen Zune, I wish I would have forked a little more money out and bought the iPod Classic, because it would have lasted longer.
And by the way, we're talking about computers again.
So that's okay. That's okay.
Anyway, yeah.
So, dude, we'd even talk about all the piracy stuff I wanted to. Like, honestly, I just want to point out, I don't pirate anymore. The only time I do is to try out a program, and then I originally do buy it if I like it. But I've stopped pirating. I feel like kind of like a drug addict that doesn't do drugs anymore.
Well, you don't need to go do like an internet confession thing here.
Dude, the first step of any problem is, or addiction, is admitting you have a problem. You're kind of cutting out though, man.
Oh shoot, this stupid internet anyway.
So, yeah, your internet at your own house is better.
Yeah, I like the internet there. We got a new router over here, and it blows.
Okay, hold on a second, guys. We're at 1 hour and 25 minutes. How about we go 2 hours on it?
Actually, I don't think we're at 1 hour 25 minutes because we started recording 22 minutes into our chat.
So we're about 1 hour and 1 minute. Okay, so...
So
okay, I don't know, we can go as long as let's keep it at a 2 hour cap. I think that's...
1.5 hours preferred.
Okay. Even though I think we should, I don't know, if we still feel like we're talking and carrying on a good conversation, we could actually just continue.
Well, I can go for another half an hour, but not much more than that. My mom already kind of warned me it was getting late, but...
Yeah, it is getting late. Plus I want to get up tomorrow and edit both podcasts, get the old one uploaded, and get the other one ready to get uploaded, so...
Starting to get a backlog there, dude.
Am I what?
You're starting to get a backlog of editing there, dude.
I know. I'm just gonna get well, and I also got 2 more videos I got to edit for my own YouTube channel. So I'm tired of putting stuff off. So I've learned my lesson. You think I would have learned that a long time ago, though?
Yeah, jeez.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I don't pirate anymore. I don't want you guys thinking I do. So a lot of guys, if you even admit or even start talking or even say you did or you still do, they'll just hate you. You know what I mean? Especially the people that are against it. So.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I
It's
said
like-
what?
Oh, it's like if I said I was for abortion, a lot of people would just hate
Yeah.
me. So even though I'm not.
Yeah.
Mine's conditional.
Well, and it depends on the only way I see that being
Rape or voluntary.
having the baby would cause or result in any certain medical condition that would actually kill the mother. That's the only condition or only situation I can see. Other than that, adoption is the answer. I don't care. I'm sorry you got raped, but you have to face what's going on right now, you know? So I feel bad that you got raped, but yet you still have a baby inside of you. It's still a living creature.
Anyway, I said I should go on to our next little topic that Bobby brought up here.
Let's move on. What topic were you talking about?
Current music we've been listening to and games we've been playing.
Okay, Bobby, you want to go ahead since you were the one that came up with that?
Well, I'm really only playing 2 games right now.
Kingdom
I'm
Hearts.
actually playing one of them as we
Skyrim.
speak.
Skyrim.
Yes,
I
you've
actually
named
wanna
both of
check
them.
that
Thank
out.
you very much.
Hold on, Bobby. While you're talking about that, can you give us like a brief synopsis, more for my benefit, of what Skyrim actually is? Because I kind of wanted to get into that.
Well,
Better than-
Skyrim is the 5th game in the Elder Scrolls series, which kind of takes place in a relatively medieval realm. And so you're this prisoner who is being executed for unknown reasons, and you're tied up with the leader of a rebellion that's going on in Skyrim right now, and the leader of the rebellion is named Ulfric Stormcloak, and he's leading his Stormcloaks to victory. Unfortunately, he was captured, and he will be executed along with you.
Huh.
And so one of his allies goes up to the chopping block, and he gets beheaded. The guards shove you to the chopping block. You look over your shoulder as you see the axe about to fall. You hear this big roar, and you see a big black thing fly out in front of you and catch the whole place on fire. Little did you know that the entire village was now being attacked by a dragon. Apparently, these dragons have been dead for a long, long time, but something's causing them to come back. And so that dragon actually saved your life. And so now you have to go and journey to destroy these dragons or whatever. Actually, all you're doing right now is trying to get away. But you soon learn that you're the Dragonborn, or Dova King, and yeah, which means you have like blood of the dragon in you, which means you can use some of their abilities.
Means your ancestors are bestiality with freaking dragons.
No, it's a blessing from
I don't think so.
Akatosh.
I think they went out and raped some dragons. If you got dragon blood in you.
I don't think that would even be physically possible.
Sure it would.
They're ginormous. It wouldn't fit.
What happens if it was a guy human?
I don't know.
Whatever. I don't even want to think about it.
No. So anyway, basically the whole goal of the game is to defeat the King Dragon, Alduin. Either the second primary goal is to either join the Imperials and eradicate the rebellion, or join the rebellion and win Skyrim over, and join and become leaders of the various factions and guilds, such as the Companions
or
stuff. The Thieves Guild, which focuses stealth and stealing. You've got the Dark Brotherhood, which is like a group of assassins that go out and kill people for contract and money. Or the...
Sounds like a pretty cool game, actually. I was on their website and looks cool.
Which is for magic users.
What's a magic user? Is that like
someone who uses magic?
Well,
Yup.
there's a
Yeah.
question.
Like a mage or something.
Hey, what's a
but-
crackhead? Somebody who does crack and has a head. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, anyway,
What's a bathtub?
He's
It's
been-
a tub where you take a bath.
he's been talking about primary objectives and whatnot. Well, you know what the real primary objective of Skyrim and any other Elder Scrolls game is? Just screw around.
Yeah.
Do everything.
There are so many side quests in Skyrim, and everything's
you-
all radiant. There are hundreds upon hundreds of random quests you can do.
So there's definitely enough in the game of itself to keep you busy.
The only downside
For a long
is that Basuda, because of the fact that the games are so big, it takes Basuda forever to come up with a new game.
Bethesda.
So is Skyrim
Whatever.
actually like a free world game where you can actually wander around, kind of like a Age of Kingdoms or whatever that one was?
I don't know, but yeah, you can go wherever. You can just walk.
So it's actually, I mean, it's kind of like it's not like at all, but it kind of reminds me of Grand Theft Auto in a weird way because it's like there is the stuff that you're supposed to do, the actually story to the game, but yet you can just wander around and just dick off all you want. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
you know, the
it's-
thing is that there's not a main story. You can just neglect
So
the
you
main
create your
story,
own story.
pretty much.
Oh, okay. And Grand Theft Auto isn't like that. I mean, it has the main story. You can kind of just go off into ground, but you can't. There's not a lot of side events. You know what I mean?
There are hundreds of side events
In
in
Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Hundreds and
Dude,
hundreds.
their website is sick looking, man. I love it. It's Connect integration. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
one thing that the PS3 doesn't have that I wish.
Yeah, it's the one thing that I don't want from the PS3 things.
I don't know. I'm sorry, but the PS3 Move was just gay looking.
Well, for
and
gay
it's
look,
never
I don't like motion controls, period.
So I don't know. Like, dude, it kind of takes the point away from playing an actual video game. I mean, when I want to play a video game, I want an actual controller. I'm sorry.
I want to like mash on the joystick, you know, and
Yeah.
Hit
I
buttons.
want to beat the joystick.
Trevor wants to jack off with his controller. Why not let him?
I want to play with my joysticks.
Yes, he loves playing with his joysticks. What's wrong with that?
and it's vibrating.
I mean, I
Yeah,
heard there's an
you know,
actual
I have to-
Xbox game that was proposed to where you would actually jack off on the Kinect, and there'd be like virtual girls around you. I'd be like,
Ew.
seriously? It's like go out, hire a bunch of hookers, and you can do that in real life. It's a lot better experience.
Hey, you know what? I got one thing. My PS3 has one thing your Xbox doesn't have. It's dual shock. That means there's two vibrators in each controller.
So
For
that
twice
means,
the fun.
That means,
Twice the vibrating
I
power.
mean, it's gonna be twice the pleasure for two different girls. Oh yeah, I'm really that jealous.
Yeah,
I
it's
need
like,
two
you know,
different vibrators.
you know how it has two of
I
those
only need one.
little arms for like your hands to hold on to? They have like a vibrator in each of that, so you can just like stick it up there, you know?
You know, one of my friends
What's the point
can't
of
even.
that? I'm happy with the way the Xbox controller is. Like, if I could,
Right.
I would. Sorry, Bobby, but go ahead. Then I'll ask what I'm saying.
One of my friends can't even play the Xbox because
What?
the controller is too fat for her hands.
Who?
Wow. And see, I actually.
Well,
like,
I don't know if we should be using names, but
Well,
no, don't. Type it in if you're gonna do that. So.
I'm sure you'd
anyway,
understand. But
Yeah. Well, I can. I don't even know who it is because I probably don't. But yes, I don't even know who that is.
she can't. She's a small,
can
she's a relatively small girl, but she can't play it because the controller's too fat. It's too big.
Hey, Bobby, I got a
Dude, she
question.
would not like the original Xbox controller for the original Xbox. Have you seen how big that thing is?
Yeah.
Bryce
Dude.
said no, she's seen mine. Holy crap.
Dude, is there an actual Xbox controller a controller in the form of an Xbox that has the same layout of an Xbox controller that you could use on the PS3?
Yeah,
If so,
Aftermath.
I would love to get a PS3. Don't get me wrong. It's just like I love the Xbox controller better.
Yeah, there's the aftermarket controllers that you can buy, but they're from like Mad Cats and stuff, so they're kind of crappy.
You know what I mean? Though it's like, man, I love the controller. That's probably one of the only things keeping me from going, and that's it's sad, but yeah. Plus, I've always been an Xbox guy. I've always done it. And the first time that I was over at Trevor's house, the last stream we did, that's the first time I've even sat down and played with the PS3. It's been years since I've sat down and had anything to do with the PS2. I mean, it's been years since I've played anything that's a PS. You know what I mean? Made by Sony. So
So it ain't a POS.
it's a piece of shit. It's a, yeah.
So, anyway, what did you end
Skyrim,
up playing?
$60. Holy crap. That's not bad. That's probably a pretty normal.
Standard game price.
Yeah, because I mean, Empire Total War, I paid like $50 for it, so.
So let's get this thing over with. All right. So
You know,
Rise
my
of-
other games. Well,
yeah,
the other game,
yeah.
because I only get to talk about Skyrim. So
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
the other one I was playing was Kingdom Hearts: Chain of Memories. And I've actually just been using the emulator on my computer because I had the game in real life, but somebody jacked it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a Game Boy Advance.
Dude, I'm never buying a pre-owned game again. Anyway,
Why?
Well, you kind of have to for older games,
it's
but
scratched.
Well, if you're buying one for a cartridge system,
Well, yeah,
yeah.
I'm just talking about like a disc, like an actual Xbox game.
I inspect the discs before I take off them.
Well, Hasty has like a quality guarantee, and the NFS game I bought has been working perfectly. But hey, do they have NFS Hot Pursuit on PS3?
Hot Pursuit. I don't know about that. I don't really follow Need for Speed.
Do they have any good car games on the PS3?
Gran Turismo 5.
Okay, I'm switching to PS3.
Huh.
So as of now, I am selling my Xbox. So I'm selling that piece of shit. I actually love it, but I'm selling it. So, and you guys don't know why I'm selling it, do you? You never even asked me.
Because you're going to get a PS3.
Yep. Yeah.
Seriously?
I might actually. I
Huh.
don't know if I'll buy I don't know if I'll buy like a one. I don't know if I'll buy the most expensive one. I might just buy
Get
like.
the cheaper version.
Yeah, I'm gonna get like what you have.
Actually, you can't even get the 120 gig version anymore. It's 160 gig now. That's the minimum, but still cheaper.
Anyway, the games I've been playing, I'll just tell you real quick, is NFS Hot Pursuit, and I've been playing the NFS 2, Need for Speed 2, Underground 2. My bad. NFS Underground 2 is what I've been playing. So a lot of just NFS games. And Yoshi's Island, that's what I've been playing. So, but I've been playing Yoshi's Island Game Boy Advance version on an emulator. So
yeah, that's what I'm playing my Kingdom Hearts on.
Kingdom
I'm actually
Hearts,
playing it right
what kind
now.
of system is that on, actually?
Game Boy Advance,
Game Boy Advance, but they've also got games for the PS2 and they've got it for the PSP.
PSP. Yeah. So
Okay, hold on. Dude, well, I will start playing that Spy Hunter that I have for both the GTA and the Xbox, thanks to Trevor. So I'm borrowing that from you. So that's what I will also be playing. I don't know if it's a good game or not. So
yeah, it's interesting.
yeah, actually, Need for Speed: The Run, which is actually like the game that came
Yeah.
out after Hot Pursuit, is actually on PS3. So I'm good. So yep, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I love my Xbox. Don't get me wrong, but
I have a Need for Speed game.
you guys converted me over. You converted
you
me
to be
to
perverted.
I'm now a PSN 10 boy. No, I like both. I just wish I could keep both. But
Yeah. Well, I guess it's my turn then.
your turn, Trevor.
Well, I don't know what I've been playing. I've been playing
Cutting out.
a lot. Oh, I'm cutting out.
Yeah, hold on. Wait.
I'll have to see.
There you go.
All right.
You're better.
I'll have
Wait,
to see
you
how that sounds in
It's weird.
recording.
I had my peer block on. I don't know how that would affect you though. You know what peer block is?
No.
It's a IP filtering device, basically, like a second step firewall.
Anyway.
Anyway, yeah, I do it to keep myself from being caught when I come to pirate. It actually stops pop-ups from coming up that your pop-up blocker, built-in pop-up blocker in Firefox won't block.
Adblock Plus.
Ad block.
Upset.
Dude, I got that and I'm like, oh my god, this is effing amazing.
It
Where did
is
you get that?
amazing.
I'm going to get that right now. It's on,
Do you have Google Chrome or Firefox?
yeah, I have Firefox.
You just search up Adblock Plus. It's like the best
Yeah.
thing ever.
Search add-on plus and then click download and
Adblock
then
Plus, not add-on.
ad block plus.
Okay, you guys are my hero, thanks.
Anyway. So
I'm
what
going
It'll-
to link to that.
It'll keep advertisings from even showing up.
That's nice. I
well,
wonder if when I'm listening to Pandora it would too. That'd be cool.
Well, it wouldn't
Yeah.
cancel out commercials, but
not Pandora commercials, but we get rid of YouTube ads and stuff.
That's nice. Whoever decided.
YouTube ads, Facebook ads, like when you're playing like Words for Friends or something, it gets rid of those.
That's nice.
It gets rid of like if you're browsing forums or whatever and they've got ads at the top of the pages, it gets rid of those.
Hey Bobby, so basically it's a big fuck you to any advertisers.
Pretty much.
Anyway, I want to say something to the guy that decided to put advertisements on YouTube in the first place. I know he probably won't listen to this, but fuck you. That's better now. Fuck.
Well,
Dude, and
it's
you know,
just YouTube anyway.
They've been
Speak my
getting
language.
more and more common lately.
Well, they have to get their money somehow because you're constantly up. Okay, every hour, like there's being more videos uploaded than you can see in like your entire life every hour, pretty much. And they have
How
to
does
have
YouTube manage to have that much space?
Yeah, they have to have tons and tons and tons of space, and they also got to have the tons and tons and tons of bandwidth to provide everybody those videos. So they got to make some revenue.
Servers all over the place, yeah. Well, and not only that, they got to make money to do that, and then make money to pay the people off who do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they got crap loads of expenses and stuff, but apparently with those ads and stuff, they're making it happen. So it's all good.
Yeah. Well, anyway, like I'm a YouTube partner, and I do have ads on some of my videos, but I'm going to go and disable that because I just realized I'm not going to try to do. Like some people literally make a decent amount of money on YouTube, but I'm not doing that. Like I'm not on YouTube to make a living. I'm just doing it because it's a passion. It's a hobby. It's something I do. So I will be removing that.
Put your passions away.
Dude, but anyway, big fuck you to the guy who decided to do that. Like I understand why, but it doesn't make it annoying. Like on Vivo, I have Vivo app on my iPod, and every time I go to watch a music video, every once in a while I'll play the same ad over and over. It's that guy that's fallen from he gets out of an airplane, he's skydiving, he's talking about this phone, how it can take like 5 pictures every second.
Yeah.
That thing is, I've seen it like 20 million times. Like, I don't care. Fuck you, Tony Mac, or whatever your name is. Oh, man. Okay.
Well, and there's like those meth commercials, and I hate them because they just sound annoying.
Idaho Meth Project, I got so...
Yeah.
Plus, those were disturbing. I'm surprised
I know.
We're allowed to do it.
Well,
I'm all sitting there, and I make like a YouTube playlist so I could listen, and so I listen to them, and then in between every single song is an advertisement. I'm like,
Yeah, I hate it. Like,
yeah, those math things are trying to creep you out into not doing it so good.
Well, dude, it's even surprising what most, like, even shows like Family Guy, I know that they warn, this has explicit material. Like, if you listen to the comedy channel on Pandora, it'll say, warning, this is explicit material. So if people are going to go watch that and complain about the swear words, then it's their fault. But what I'm saying is it's just even surprising that, like, some of this crap they can get away with on general television. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
There's some stuff that's so dumb that they bleep out that you wouldn't even believe.
Like, they don't bleep ass, but yet they bleep fuck. It's like, it's still a swear.
Well, that's different, though, but, I mean, there are worse
they won't bleep out the A word or ass or whatever, and then, or hole, but when you say asshole, it'll bleep out the hole.
As stupid as I think I'd rather hear the word fuck than hear a, or I can't do it right now. You know what I mean? I'd rather hear F word than a beep.
Those beeps are so annoying.
Like on Vivo, when you're listening to one of Eminem songs, all you hear him going, oh, this, that, and the because they don't beep it, they silence it. And it's like, man, you're just making the song worse than it actually would be. You know what I mean? So, anyway. Well, Ad Plus is not on download.com. That's pretty messed up. I trust site.
Just search it in the freaking search bar.
Sorry, I'm searching it on Google right now. Jeez, calm down. Ad Plus adblock.com, is that what it is?
Adblock Plus.
It's Adblock Plus. You didn't mention that out. You didn't say.
Whatever. Anyway, I guess it's my turn to say what I've been playing, I guess.
We need Assblock Plus.
Block Plus.
Assblock.com.
Anyway, so pretty much I've been playing Tiny Tower on iPod and Tyrian 2K on DOS. So I got Kirby's Adventure Link to the Past, which is Zelda Link to the Past. Yeah, I've been playing a crap ton. Modern Warfare 3, Borderlands, some Spheres of Chaos.
You know what surprises me?
That is an LSD game.
What's in it? Oh, yes. The guy
Spheres of Chaos?
On LSD. So, you guys remember when I said, if you guys want to know where Mr. Boners is at, go to whereismrboners.com?
No.
You don't remember that? Oh,
nope.
It's a joke.
I don't think I want to remember that. Thanks.
You know what surprises me? That you guys did not mention any Pokemon games. You guys have actually been playing some decent games.
Because I haven't been playing Pokemon lately.
You haven't been wasting your time. Congrats.
I played a little bit this morning, but I wasn't actually playing it.
Oh, you're playing with yourself. Just kidding. Technically, you're playing with yourself when you're... Oh, never mind.
So, yeah, pretty much I'll be streaming Pokemon this week, so...
You're going to stream it right after this podcast, actually, is what you said.
Really? So I am?
Dude, you said you were going to do a 24-hour stream like 2 days ago.
I didn't say a 24-hour stream.
Yes, you did.
When?
Check the chat history. You did too.
Well, I don't think there's a chat history, but whatever. I might do one sometime, I guess.
Are you going to do one tonight? It's only like 12:30.
I don't know. Do it sometime over the summer, but warn me because I want to see it.
No, we're not going to warn you because we've been doing them all the time. Like I did one last night.
Oh, don't worry. I get email notifications, so if he starts it, I'll do it.
Turn that off so Bobby doesn't come in because I don't like it when he watches.
Well, actually, I can't turn that off. That's his option, not mine.
Oh, damn it.
Because he's following.
You can block him from the chat.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be rude.
You know what's funny? I could have... Hey, Trevor, you know what's funny? You know how you made me, like, mod last time, right?
I don't think it's funny.
I had the option to put you in timeout.
Hey, now. As long as you don't put timeout.
Put the own guy that's streaming in timeout. That's funny. It's hilarious. Okay, well, it says, thank you for installing Ad Block Plus. Ad will be blocked. Where is the actual add-on, though?
It
It's
downloads
up
it itself.
And it installs itself. That's kind of...
It's got a little red stop sign up at the top of your address bar.
Up
Says
top, right?
ABP, yeah. If you go to a website, just go somewhere.
Mine,
On YouTube right now.
Oh, well, whatever.
mine appears at the bottom of my screen.
What, oh yeah, I see it. Stop. Okay.
I exit out of that little bar just to get the button to go away, but it still works.
I see it, Trevor. Calm down. Jeez, I see it.
Oh.
Ah! Bobby!
So,
Tell Trevor to calm down.
Calm down.
I'm the one that needs to calm down! Yeah! I'm pissed right now.
For no reason?
I think you just rape people now.
I also downloaded a Ass Block Plus and a Cut Block Plus. Sweet, I wonder
What about Cock Block Plus?
a Cock Block Plus, yes, totally. Because
Okay.
I totally need a cock block. I was just cock blocked. It just cock blocked myself. Wow, okay.
That's
I
terrible.
know that. I didn't know you could be cock block. I didn't know your own computer could cock block you. That's weird.
Well, I guess if it's in between you and
Even-
whatever.
Explain that, how that would even be possible.
We could talk about music too, you know.
Okay, so what music have you been listening to, Bobby? Since you went first last time, you can go first this time.
Well, my band that I've been listening to is The Script.
His band? You own a band?
Yup, no.
That is if it
No,
was...
the band that I listen to right now is The Script, but the song that I just got that I was listening to, that I start my playlist with, it's all on random, but the one I start with is Mr. Brightside by The Killers. Which is, I call it the Twitter update song because it sounds like it. Because the words he says, it sounds like he's just making a bunch of Twitter updates.
Okay, seriously.
But it's funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
It's just like him. It's just like him, like hallucinating because like he's all like jealous or whatever because like this other guy is hanging out with this girl, right? And he's jealous about it. But so he starts imagining all the sessions that they're all like having sex and whatnot, but it's not really happening.
So, is it just me or is just Bobby cutting out there?
No, it was me too. You cut out, bro. No. You start that.
No, that happens every once in a while. That's all right.
Anyway, okay, so any other bands you've been listening to, buddy? You listen to the Mr. Brightside by The Killers and also The Script.
I like The Script.
I do too. I've been listening to them. Also been listening, dude. I've listened to music all the time, so I probably could talk about for 20 minutes about all the music I listen to. I've been listening to Hinder. Hinder, take it to the limit. I've also been listening to one song in particular I can listen to. It's funny how you come upon a new song that it may be a band that you have heard of, but you can listen to it over and over and over. You love it so much. It's the first time you came upon it. I just spat on my own screen. Sorry. Yeah, anyway. I probably, a lot of these marks on my screen are probably spit marks.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's gross. Anyway, so I've listened to Hinder, Take the Limit, and I've been listening to Maroon 5's new song, Payphone. Which
I have that one. I like it.
Yeah, I love it, but the music video does not make any sense. It does not make any fucking sense whatsoever. And let's see, so I've named 2 there. Another one I've been listening to a lot is Bulletproof Weeks by Matt Nathanson, I think is his name. So go check that out. He's really good. It's kind of an acoustic feeling to it. So anyway, yeah, I love him. It's kind of more of a sad song, like a breakup song, but I really liked it. I heard it on Pandora, and I use Pandora compared to any other radio services like that, and it's awesome. So Bulletproof Weeks by Matt Nathanson. Go check that one out. You, Trevor?
Me? Well, mainly this whole week I've been listening to 1,000 Foot Crutch's new album, The End Is Where We Begin, which is awesome, by the way.
So, 1,000 Foot Crutch?
Yep, 1,000 Foot Crutch. It's sort of like a rap rock, new metal sort of thing.
What's the new album? What's the name of the new album?
The End Is Where We Begin.
Oh, that's cool. It's kind
Yeah.
of fun.
And then I've also been listening to Red, as usual, because Red's awesome.
Yeah, it's like, you always have those, like, I've been listening to a lot more than that. That's the new stuff I've been listening to.
Yeah.
Compared to what I usually listen to. Like, I listen to Eminem all the time. I listen to Daughtry all the time. So,
Oh yeah, I listen to Daughtry every once in a while.
their new album is amazing, dude.
The heck is Daughtry?
Check it out. If you don't know who Daughtry is, check it out, Trevor.
Anyway,
I went and saw them live perform at, I went and saw Daughtry and Lifehouse perform at the Idaho Center for my 17th birthday. Amazing, man. And a band called Paco actually opened before for them, so it was actually really fun. So.
and then I've also been listening to Demon Hunter, which
That's
is
cool.
awesome.
What is that, like hardcore metal or something? That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it's like metalcore, is what you would call it, I think. It's like screamo stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, though. I like it.
I've also been listening to like a little bit of Fort Minor. They're also originally, aren't they? Crap. Oh, Linkin Park. Some of the guys that
Oh,
created
yeah, Linkin Park,
went
too.
into that. So I like Linkin Park, but actually, if you like Linkin Park, you'll like Fort Minor. A little bit more rap than their usual stuff. So,
Linkin Park's awesome.
yeah, so dude, if you like, basically it's almost the same guys. It's just one of the guys is rapping. So it's kind of got the same beat. It's got kind of the same feel to it. So check out Fort Minor. I'm not sure which album I've got of them. It's got most of their most famous songs. So
Yeah. So I'm thinking that we're getting around like the hour and a half point here.
so yeah, let's cut this off. Do you guys want to end it, or do you want to keep going? Anything else you want to talk about, or?
Oh, I think we've exhausted all our topics here.
I mean, honestly, I could keep going, but I just don't think we should do more
Just
than at least.
rambling.
Yeah, so do you guys? I think it's been pretty interesting though. Like I think we've talked about a few valid subjects. Like I honestly didn't think we were going to talk about. I thought we were going to talk about a little bit more, but we've done a good job going from like when it comes to transitioning from one subject to another. I think we've done that. Even though we've gone to computers to this, back to that, back to that. So this has been kind of a mess, but we've been able to keep it to.
Going.
Yes. So anyway, this has been the Project PM podcast. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, it's not the Project PM. It's Project M.
Project M podcast. I was just seeing if you're listening.
Or PJ.
Oh. PGM. Making me hungry for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
That's PJ.
That's PB and
PB and J. I was just seeing if you're paying attention. Because you were kind of dozing off earlier, Bobby.
So what is this? Is this like the third episode or fourth?
This is the 4th episode, so.
The fourth.
The third
If you upload the third.
Well, okay, no, this is technically the 4th episode. They're going to be uploaded pretty close.
This should be like the 6th episode.
I know. Hey, Trevor, you're cutting out.
But 1 second though.
Hey, hold on. Have you guys? Man, I'll tell you those apple seed muffins from Costco.
Oh, those are good.
Oh, dude, Trevor, if you were,
Oh yeah.
I'd bring you a couple, man. They're so good. Like we sell those. Dude, that's one thing I did love about the high school was buying those stuff every Wednesday or Tuesday's muffin day. I loved Tuesday. Oh man.
Those are excellent.
Yeah, my mom bought 2 of them. What do they come with? 4? They come with 12, and I've already eaten. She bought 2.
2 packs of 6.
Yeah, 2 packs of 6, and I've already ate a pack in the last 2 days.
Those are delicious.
Yeah, I can eat 2 in one sitting, so it's like.
So apple goodness.
Yeah, only thing is like I like the blueberry. I used to love chocolate, but it's like I've ate it so
Poppy
much.
seed.
So
Poppy seed's good.
poppy seed's good. Yeah, I love poppy seed. I think blueberries. Apple's favorite. Blueberry's my second.
Making me hungry.
So, yeah, I know. Too bad I have some. I could go downstairs right now. The thing about them is they're kind of dry. So,
You gotta have a glass of milk.
yeah, and you got to have a Costco membership. So, I usually try to go with somebody and just say, hey, can you pick me up some?
Yeah.
So, I love Costco. If I could afford to buy a membership, I would. Like,
You like
could you
cooking?
imagine if you were going to college and you could afford to shop solely at Costco?
Well, if you shop at Costco, you save a lot of money buying bulk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm totally gonna buy a membership there when I live by myself. So, anything else anybody wants to add?
Not really, but well, one thing, like that last episode that we did live, I'm thinking that should stay as a live sort of thing because like the way we recorded it, like just the low quality, just it just
I'll
insane.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'll see what I can do because honestly, I want to listen to it a little bit before because I don't remember how it sounds.
Yeah, it sounds atrocious.
So I'll see what I can do. If not, I don't want to upload it because then it kind of gives us a bad reputation,
It's
because
just bad.
well, and not only that, it kind of makes us sound like we don't care about the quality. So
Yeah,
even though we
but
couldn't help it, so.
but if you want to go for a high quality version, it's on my Twitch TV.
So, yeah, I don't even know if it sounds much better, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, it should be better because I didn't
yeah,
record it in 32 or 24 or 32 kbs. That which sucks.
kilobits.
Kilobits per second.
Yeah. Well, the only thing is, like, I almost think, like, it'd be almost even better if I just downloaded that stream and then converted it to audio and then just edit it and then upload it.
Possibly, then if you do that, then you could get the little intro clip where Bill O'Reilly is just yelling.
I might do that, okay? That's what I'm going to do and see if it's any good. So, Bobby.
But you'd have to
buddy.
cut in pretty far into the screen.
Bobby,
Yes.
how's it going?
I just beat Kingdom Hearts, so.
You just beat Kingdom Hearts. Congrats, buddy.
Nice.
Anything you want to add? Hello?
I want to add 2 + 2, and then it will make fish.
Okay, good to know.
Hello.
And folks, yes, we're from Wendell, Idaho, and that would explain the stupidity of this podcast. Dude, you know what? I'm glad I didn't. When it comes down to it, I'm glad I didn't go anywhere else. Like, honestly, Wendell's like 100 times better than Burley. And unless you've been down there, and I think I can say the same for Minico. So yeah.
Which sucks. Anyway, so I think we should wrap this up before we go rambling on anymore.
Trevor, do you want to end it, or do you want me to end it? Let's
I
end
don't
it.
know. Let's
You
end.
started it, so you end it.
You start.
Fine, I will end this, Bobby. Shit. Sorry. Bobby, you make me mad sometimes. Just so you know. I'm just kidding. Okay, well, thanks for listening, guys. This is Bryce signing out with Trevor
Yo.
and Bobby, who just beat Kingdom of Hearts or whatever the hell
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom
Hearts.
Say goodbye, Bobby.
Goodbye, Bobby.
What about my goodbye? I only said yo. I didn't say goodbye.
It's your fault, not mine.
What?
See you
That's
guys.
fucked.
Okay, I just ended it.